Howdy guys, lovely to see you all again. Today we're going to be looking at my second installment of the Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix Lessons. We're going to be looking at the first verse today. Let's take a look. Alright guys, just in case you forgot, we're in E flat standard, which goes E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and another E flat. So get yourself in tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's have a look at the first section. We're going to start off with this phrase. Alright, let's slow that down. I'm going to start off with this slide from 12 of the first 2 strings into an open note, to the open note on the 6th string, and that's kind of reminiscent of what we had in the intro as well. Next thing, I'm playing open on the 2nd and the 4th string, and then I'm just trilling between that open note and the 2nd fret of the 4th like this. You can either do, if you're a weirdo like me and you don't use a pick, you can use your fingers like this, or you can do a pick there and then do the hybrid pick with your ring or your pinky. So we're going to go. At the end of that, I'm going between this kind of octave thing. I'm playing open on the 6th string and 2 of the 4th string twice. Notice that I'm doing quite a lot of muting on that. And then I follow that up with these hammer-on pull-off ideas. I'm playing open to open on the 4th string as a hammer-on into a pull-off, and then I do the same thing on the 5th. Just a hammer-on into a pull-off there. At the end of that, I'm going to resolve to that G note on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So altogether we're going to have this. Hopefully that's all making sense. Then I go into this phrase. Love this, so emotional, hits me every time. I'm playing 3rd fret of the 2nd string and 2nd of the 3rd string as a chord, and then my cheeky pinky is occasionally going to be hitting the 5th fret of the 4th string. So you can start off with the whole chord down, or just add the pinky when you need to. We're going to be playing the 2nd and the 3rd string together, and then the 4th by itself. I then go back to the chord, but add a hammer on to the 4th fret on the 3rd string, so go like this. At the end of that, I'm going to go between the chord, the pinky, then back to the chord again. So we've got... Hopefully that's making sense. Then I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. Starting off with that sort of big chunky root note from 5th fret of the 6th string. And then I work through these chords similarly to what we had in the intro. I'm playing 9 of the 4th and 5 of the 3rd together, so that's a minor 2nd interval. Little clashy. Then 7 and 5 together. And then 5 and 5 together. And all of those changing notes are happening on the 4th string, and that 5 of the 3rd string is kind of our pedaling note. At the end of that, what I've got here is a hammer on from 5 to 7 on the 5th, then I'm playing that double stop on the middle 2 strings on 5, and hammering on and off between 5 and 7 on the 4th string twice. Hopefully that's making sense. Let's have a look at what we've got thus far, and then we'll add the last little chunk to it. Hopefully that's all making sense. Then I work into this phrase. Kind of reminiscent of what we had in the intro. I've got 2 open notes on the 6th string, and I go... What I'm doing here is I've got that flat finger covering from 7 of the 5th string down, and then my middle's playing 8th fret of the 2nd string. So I've got that double open note. Then when I'm playing 2 and 3 together, I'm hammering on that pinky to 10th fret of the 2nd string and then pulling it off straight away. And then after that, what I do is I play 2 more open notes on the 6th string, and then as I'm keeping that pointer finger flat all the way there, I want to go 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll be the end of the section. So we've got, hopefully that's all making sense. Let's try the whole thing from the start of the section relatively slowly, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Alright guys, let's have a look at the second section. I'm going to start off from 7th fret of the 6th string, and I'm going to work into this phrase. So I'm going from that 7th fret of the 6th string, and then I've got the flat finger covering 7 of the first 3 strings. I'm going to play that as a chord, and then I'm going to add the ring finger to 9th fret of the 1st string. At the end of that, I go back to the flat, and then I'm playing the pinky on the 10th fret of the 2nd string. So all together, at the end of that, back to the flat finger again. Let's do that all one more time, a little bit slower. At the end of that, let's slow that down. I'm playing 7 of the 3rd string, and then a pull off from 9 to 7, and then resolving that to 9 of the 4th. At the end of that, I'm playing 8 of the 4th, and then 7 of the 2nd and the 3rd string together. But when I play that sort of cheeky little double stop there, I'm hammering on and pulling off to 9 of the 3rd, and then back to 7. That ends on 8 of the 4th string. So let's go from the start of the section thus far. Okay, hopefully that's all making sense. It's exactly the same as what we had before. 5 of the 6th string, and then I'm playing that 9, 7, 5 on the middle 2 strings with that sort of pedaling 5th fret note. And then at the end of that, I've got a chord still playing the middle 2 strings on 5th fret, and I'm going between 8 and 7 on the 5th, and I'm going to play all 3 strings together. I've got 6 strums there, and I'm going with my ring and my pinky on the 5th string, 8, 7, 8, 7, and then there's 2 8s at the end. So we're going from the little chunk before. Hopefully that's making sense. Let's go right back to the start of the section and look what we've got thus far. Hopefully that's all making sense. Alright, let's have a look at this next bit. In a typical bluesy Hendrix manner, I'm thumbing that G note on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. What I'm doing here is playing just a major 3rd chord there. I'm playing 5 of the 4th and 4 of the 3rd. And as I play that, hammering in and out of that sus4 on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. So hammer on, pull off. At the end of that, I'm going to slide that chord back. That single note from 5 to 3. At the end of that, we're going to borrow that chord that we had in the introduction. We'll go over it slowly again. I've got my thumb on the 6th string on 1st fret, my ring on the 4th string on 3rd fret, and I've got this little power chord here from 1st fret of the 2nd, and then 3 of the 1st. So from the little chunk before, I'm just going to go through that chord once, and then I arpeggiate through it. I'm going to play the 1st string, and then the 2nd, and then I'm going to play the 3rd and the 4th together. At the end of that, I'm going to play the root note at the top twice. So from the chunk before, hopefully that's making sense. Then we're working with this phrase. Pretty damn simple. So I've got like a C power chord. I'm playing 3 of the 5th and then 5 of the middle 2, and I just want to play the root note. And then just play the 5th and the 3rd string after, sorry, the 4th and the 3rd after that. Then I slide into the 5th string, 5th fret of the 5th string, so I slide in, and then I hit it 3 more times, and then I do it again. You can add the slide both times if you want. And then after that, I've got that power chord playing 5 of the 5th and 7 of the middle 2. And then I slide off into oblivion to get ready for the second verse that follows that. And that's the whole thing. Let's go right back to the start of the section, play it again at a gentleman's pace, and then again even slower some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that was the first verse of Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And please click the links in the description box to my Facebook and my Patreon. And if you want to check out my Udemy courses or my new book, Ultimate Shred Machine, talking about shredding, sweeping, legato, tapping. I'm sure you guys are getting sick of me plugging this, but I worked freaking hard on it, so I'm going to keep rubbing it in your face. Anyway, stay tuned for the second verse and the big outro solo. I'll be getting on that very soon, and I will catch you guys all on the flip side. Take care.